mask. That would have made sense.
Put it on him.
Do the AI.
Just give him some more
the
work.
hockey mask. No, let's just do this live. Come on. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 3-3-0 to go high school football show. I am Mike Voorhees
with Matt McGall.
Happy Friday the 13th.
We'll do it live.
I'm not even feeling comfortable about this. I got the willies, man. I don't like this. This is not. I'm out of my normal flows.
Well,
this just makes me uncomfortable. You guys notice anything different? This huge mic that's like right here,
right in your face.
Apparently, people want to hear what I have to say. This is weird.
Wow, but guys, we've made it to week 4.
Week 4
is here. What a week 3 it was. Matt, I'm ready.
Let's go.
We're gonna dive right in. Are you dry now? I mean, obviously.
Did anybody? Who was out in that monsoon last week?
Yeah, guys.
Like absolutely ridiculous. From 6 o'clock to 10, it was just nods. There was little breaks and very little, but it was torrential downpour.
It was awful.
So everyone who braved it, I applaud you.
Yep, the fans that stayed in the stands to support your team's fantastic as well.
The best.
We're going to dive in right into our week 3 scores. How about Hoban over Bookdale? 56-0.
There's no
1040 didn't show up in that one, I don't think.
A lot of Akrons talking. I like that. It's a big score.
Cloverleaf 22, Garfield 12.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Cloverleaf. So Walsh Jesuit, you were there.
I was.
They beat St. Vincent St. Mary 52-0.
It was.
By the way, kudos on your camera work, getting the kickoff return.
How about that
touchdown?
How about
right
that?
Man, right time.
Right down there in the corner, and it was like I kind of had to run around the Walsh fans as they were running down the sideline. So it was very cool to see that get off to start off for Walsh that way, obviously. But score was a little rough at the end.
Yes, it was. Jackson 31, Stowe 7. That was the game I was at for Q92.
What'd you think of
that? In the rain.
Was it dry up there?
No, not at all.
I'm sorry.
Jackson, I think they righted the ship. I know that they had a few tough losses.
I saw Coach Rohr there at the beginning of the show. Got a little clip.
He did.
We got an interview that?
We do. We'll talk about that. We'll
I like it.
Show that later. South Range over Barberton 31-0. Chippewa over Coventry 12-0.
That's a huge win for the Chippewa Chips.
Yeah.
We got to get them on the schedule. We got to get them into some pick'ems now.
I think so. Austintown Fitch 35, Glen Oak 0. Fitch rolling.
Yeah, I like it.
Lake 24, Brecksville 0. I'm getting nervous.
What's going on?
There's some moving and shaking.
Oh no, there's just he's telling you to keep talking.
I know.
And look, you just froze.
I did. I froze.
Friday the 13th strikes. Now you guys know why I'm completely uncomfortable with this day because.
All right, back in Lake 24, Brecksville, Broadview Heights 0, West Branch 48, Girard 7. That was a battle of undefeateds for West Branch, and they're just very powerful. Sandy Valley 55, East Canton 16. Green over Talmadge 14-6. How about Northwest and Louisville for a second?
A lot of people thought Louisville was just going to walk away with this, but Northwest
35-28. Northwest now 3-0. Louisville scored late, recovered the onside kick, scored again, I think, or they were about to score to tie the game. It was
this game's always going to be near and dear to my heart for one reason. Can you remember? Oh, did you guys hear? If anybody doesn't know, last year Mike, who does a lot of play-by-play on Friday,
color cometary usually,
allowed me to come and be the color commentary for one night.
I slid over into the play-by-play chair, and it was that game. I needed a partner.
He did.
Matt and I
haven't been back since, so I think we all know how well I did.
Well, it hasn't been a need for me to slide into the seat, but yeah, we went to Louisville, and that was a lot of fun. Malvern beats Harrison Central 38-28. Hoover over Akron North 40-6. Twinsburg over Copley 25-22. Springfield over Minerva 13-7. Manchester over Marlington 14-0. Look out for Manchester.
Who they playing
tonight? 3-0. We'll get there.
See, I want to tease to it. All right, good job, Mike. Way to keep me in check.
Hold on. How about this? Warren Harding over Perry 15-7.
What did that do?
Warren Harding, that is the first win for head coach Matt Richardson.
Congratulations, coach.
Warren
Congratulations.
Harding. Perry drops to 2-1. We'll talk about Perry in a little bit. McKinley falls short at Cass Tech. They are out of Michigan. They win 20-3 over the Bulldogs.
They're 1-2 now, right?
Yep, McKinley is 1-2. Another streak ended on Friday night. The Massillon Tigers fell to Bergen Catholic. They're out of New Jersey. They are a powerhouse. Massillon's 18-game winning streak came to an end.
Wow.
So shout out to the Tigers and Massillon.
That schedule. I think schedule's all over.
You know what? They're not taking on these easy teams like you see colleges do, like Ohio State and Akron.
Oh, we're going to knock Ohio State. We play the toughest
Michigan.
MAC schedule there is.
Wow.
What are you talking about?
Again, you said Mac. And that's going to lead us right into the week 3 pick'em recaps. Matt, take us away. How did we do last week?
Last week we all took the same thing.
We did.
And guess what we did? We all went 4-1. So fans, great job. No movement whatsoever.
I'm still a game back.
Because we all picked the exact same.
I got to make a move this week.
What were those games? You want to roll through this?
Yeah, let's roll through them. Wadsworth over Medina, 51-7.
Did you see it being that much?
No. And I've been corrected. I've been calling the Medina Bees for probably since we've been doing the show. It is the Medina Battling Bees. Oh. Someone sent me a message just to tell me that. They're the Battling Bees. So that's what we're going to refer to them as.
I did not know that. I just always remember.
I guess Dover is the Crimson Tornadoes. I didn't know that either. I thought
just always went Tornadoes.
Dover Tornadoes.
Got to throw the color in there.
Got to.
Okay.
So Wadsworth over Medina. Hudson over Cleveland Heights. That's the game I took the loss.
No bobbleheads there. There were 0 bobbleheads.
No Kelsey sighting either. Mm-hmm. Hudson takes the win. Streetsboro over Alliance 56-6.
Streetsboro's been playing very well.
Streetsboro is a very tough team. So yeah, they're good. And how about this shootout? Orville over Canton Central Catholic 59-37.
How do you get to 59? I saw this
couple
score
field goals. Well, hold on.
Is there like a safety in there?
Well, no, if you scored 8 touchdowns,
okay,
that's 56. Kick a field goal, 59.
Yeah.
So that
I like it. Yeah. I can roll with it. I can't argue it.
Canton Central
just
Catholic.
An odd score. Is it not like 59?
Yeah.
59 just seems
that's
I don't
like
see
a video game. That's video games. And then our game of the week, of course, we had CVCA and Woodridge, and CVCA takes the dub 28-0. I want to take a second and I want to shout out CVCA head football coach Nick Cook on his 50th career win.
It's a very nice job. And I got to interview him.
You did.
I'm good luck. I am good luck.
Yeah.
Complete
so shout out to Coach Cook. We're very happy and very proud.
That's quite an accomplishment to be able to get to 50.
So Matt, let's go right into
We're going into the pick'ems for this week.
Let's do it. Go ahead.
We got Kent Roosevelt is traveling just down 59, right? Over to Cuyahoga Falls area. Kind of getting that right geographically.
Cuyahoga Falls is
1-2. And Falls is 2-1.
Yeah.
The fans have voted, and they have voted for Kent Roosevelt.
I think I'm going to take Kent Roosevelt.
I'm going to go out. I'm going to take the Falls.
All right. I'm
going to take the Falls. There's a difference right there. So I'm jumping on the Falls
that
bandwagon.
We defer.
I feel like I'm going to just note that.
Yeah, let's note it so we don't get confused next week. How about
Green going down over to Hoover. So we're getting down to the Federal League.
Federal League opens up. This is a short trip for Green, just down into North Canton.
Look at us. Go to a little 619 action.
Yeah, well, that's late.
Down to 91.
That's late.
Well, you could go on to 91.
Yeah.
Which is Canton. Wait.
91 has like 15 different names.
Cleveland Avenue turns in, just keeps going.
Anyway,
staying on traffic.
Yes. Fans
took Green.
Well, once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog. I'm taking the Bulldogs.
Every time we pick Green, he's always going to steal.
I have to. Every time I've gone against him,
have you gotten to see Green a lot this year?
No, really? I haven't seen Green yet. Hopefully, with Q92 Sports, I'll get a chance to go out and see him.
You should here before the season's over. But Green definitely tonight. I think North Canton's has to figure out the passing attack.
Yeah, North Canton,
because they're heavy on the run.
North Canton did well. They beat Akron North 40-6.
Yes.
So Hoover's slowly, I think, getting it figured out.
Green is kind of riding behind this.
Green beat Talmadge last week.
McMichaels and Reed, Evan Reed, who have done very well. So I'm going to go with Green.
All right,
I'm going to give them a shot out. Those kids have been playing. Very
absolutely.
Well.
All right. 3-0 Nordonia travels to 2-1 Solon.
Solon gets the nod from the fans.
I'm going to go with the Nordonia Knights. I'm going to take Nordonia in this one. I think you're going to join me, aren't you?
I want to.
You might as well. You already took your difference. We got a couple games left here.
No, it's early in the season. I'm going to roll with the fans.
All right.
Stay with
so
we're going to go over here.
I took that one. Okay. There's two differences.
Exactly.
All right. How about game number 4?
Talmadge going over, taking what? How are we getting geographical? We're going to take 76.
We're going to 24. 91.
Since we started this game for the beginning, I opened like Pandora's box. Now we're giving you traffic reports as you head to games. But anyways, Talmadge going over to Barberton. Fans take Talmadge. I am going to Barberton's having kind of a rough go. They're still trying to figure things out. Talmadge has gotten obviously through Ellett. We had them as game of the week a few weeks ago. And then obviously last week against Green falls a little bit short, but bounce back this week. I'm going to go with Talmadge.
I'm going to take the Blue Devils as well. Talmadge. And now, folks,
the game of the week.
Whoo, this one, my blood, man. I'm ready to go.
Did you like it?
This, I'll tell you what, doing the game prep for this.
All right, let's hear it.
Getting to talk to both, listening to you interview Coach Alexander. I got to interview Coach Franzinger from Ignatius yesterday. That was so much fun. Folks, it's St. Ignatius 1-2. They travel to Walsh 3-0. Man, oh man, big game tonight. But before we talk into our game of the week, there's some honorable mention games that I feel like we have to talk about.
Okay, let's talk about
How about the battle of the unbeatens? 3-0 Manchester against 3-0 Northwest.
Picking that, if you had to pick that.
Northwest.
You're taking Northwest?
And it's going to be a very close game.
I like Northwest.
Manchester has only allowed 2 points this season. It was a safety that they gave up. 2 points.
I like that.
And they've scored 108. Manchester's coach, Kevin Stacy, was Northwest's offensive coordinator
a few years ago.
From 2020 to 2022. He's been at Manchester. This is his second year. He was an All-Ohio quarterback as a senior in 2004 at Northwest.
This is a big thing.
This is big,
2023.
Guys.
We talked about this a little bit when Coach Stacy got the job.
Listen, Manchester's been down.
That's a huge turnaround. And that's a drastic turnaround.
To see them winning, like I grew up in Green. I know you are from Green too.
Right there.
Manchester was always like a powerhouse.
Oh, believe it, like I used to go to Manchester games.
Yeah.
There was a chance if I wouldn't have went to St. V, I was going to go to Manchester.
Yeah.
It's a great community, what's going on out there, but the turnaround that drastically from Coach Brophy that was there previously that we had opportunities to talk to in the past, just to where they're at now, big shout out to them. But Northwest, that's a rivalry.
Are you taking Northwest?
I'm taking Northwest.
Okay, so the Northwest Indians over the Panthers.
100%.
Another battle of the unbeatens. This for the Pac-7 lead. Okay. 3-0 Triway at 3-0 Fairless.
Take Fairless.
I'm going to take Fairless. I think this game will be close, but I think Fairless.
We should write these down so we remember.
just because they don't count right
now.
And then 1-0 Canisius from New York travels to the Massillon Tigers. Massillon again taking on an out-of-state conference or out-of-state team. Massillon coming off their winning streak being snapped. I think Massillon rebounds big tonight.
This Canisius team, I saw them play last year. They're on a couple of people's schedules that were around here in Akron.
And then 3-0 Lake takes on 2-1 Perry, another Federal League matchup. I'm liking this is at Perry, at Massillon Perry. I'm taking the Blue Streaks. They're on a ride right now. 3-0. That come from behind win in week 1 is what catapulted their season, and they're not looking.
They went up to Brecksville Broadview Heights last week.
They did 24-0 and won.
I'll go with Lake as well.
Okay,
pick that one out.
All right.
Did you have the ones that the fans had written in?
No. What are those?
Those were Canton McKinley.
Okay.
At Glen Oak.
Ooh,
I'm gonna take McKinley.
My aunt is a Glen Oak grad, but I'll take McKinley.
And then we also had Field Woodridge as a write-in.
Give me Woodridge. I think Woodridge is going to get their first win of the season. Shout out to Coach Phil Martyr.
Field has beaten Mogador.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go with Woodridge.
And then we also had Southeast Newton Falls.
I don't know anything about either of those two teams, but I'll go Southeast.
And you know what else? Southeast is our
feature athlete of the week.
The segue.
What a beautiful segue.
Man, you just take the ball, you put it on the tee, and then Mike knocks it right out.
Mike hits it a foot off the tee. Anyway, Caleb Miller, senior offensive lineman, defensive lineman.
Are you seeing this right here?
Dude, I'm telling you what. Number 51.
Could you imagine that if you were a kid and you had that in your room?
I love those camo jerseys, though. Those are not pretty sweet. Jackson had theirs. on Friday. It was Military Appreciation Night at in Jackson. I love the camo look. It's amazing. But Caleb Miller, senior offensive lineman, defensive lineman from Southeast High School, number 51 in the programs, number 1 in your heart.
There it is. Every week we do that. We like
best game was versus Matthews. He had 100% offensive line blocking score. That's pretty hard to get.
It's insane hard to get.
So that means no quarterback pressures,
None.
No sacks. He wasn't called for a penalty. Like, that's a perfect game.
I remember when I was playing all the way back in the ancient days, and a lineman,
when they used leather helmets.
Yes, leather helmets. And I remember an offensive lineman that was a teammate of mine won player of the week. And
That's
they gave
awesome.
him like this 94% blocking, blocking time.
Right.
I looked at him like, what is that? And how do you do that? But now like we're here, like it's so much more common to understand the technique. So being able to not allow any pressure, that's exactly what the job is right there. I loved, what did you say? The 3 excessive?
He had 3 excessive blocking calls for driving the defender off the field. You know what?
Excessive.
So that reminds me of the movie The Blind Side, where Michael Orr takes the defender, runs him straight down the field and over all the way past the end zone. And the coach asked him, "What were you doing, Michael?" And he said, "It was time for him to go home." That's what I envision when I see this.
Well, that's pretty much what happened. He's just straight pancake dumping them on the sideline.
And that's amazing. I love that. If there's a video, can we get it? I would love to see.
I want to say there was, and I might be able to. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can get one. If the person who submitted this, if they have that, they want to share that. That would be great. If there is something,
I just want to see it. I think that'd be great.
But I believe he's better at baseball.
He is also a baseball. Which baseball is my passion. I love baseball. For those that didn't know, I'm a huge baseball guy. So yeah, shout out to Caleb. Loves playing baseball. His favorite subject is math. Math is hard, so good luck, son.
You've seen my skills.
Yeah, we're not great.
Bad.
And then he plans to attend Lake Erie College after high school.
Already got his plans set.
I like it. I like it. So before we dive into the game of the week, I thought it was fun while I was doing some game prep, our show prep.
Yeah,
I found some stats that kind of just blew me away.
Okay.
So I wanted to introduce maybe a new segment. We'll try. We'll see if
we're doing this. All right, I like this.
Outstanding stats of the week is what I'll call it, and we may change that name. I don't know.
I like that.
So these 3 stats really stood off the page. Chase Badger, senior quarterback at Northwest, had 5 touchdowns against Louisville, 3 of them to wide receiver Logan Allman.
Whoa!
Chase Badger splits quarterback reps with Tyler Pappas.
Yes.
To be able to have 5 touchdowns in a split type of situation,
the team better scored 10.
They didn't. They only scored 5.
Anyway, I was showing my math skills.
How about we talked about Streetsboro early on? How about Cohen Klimek of Streetsboro had 304 yards rushing, 16 carries, and 4 touchdowns.
He's also kind of being battled a little bit with a split backfield because the Marcus Council, who's a sophomore, is out there. So to put more on top of that 304
on 16 carries, folks. That's a huge number. But guess what, though? Not to be outdone, we have a Bo Jackson sighting.
Ooh, Bo knows.
Villa Angela St. Joseph running back Bo Jackson, 9 carries, 198 yards, 3 touchdowns. Folks, that's 22 yards a carry.
Get the calculator out.
22. I did the calculator.
22.3?
Something like that.
There's got to be a decimal.
22.
Don't tell me that was a whole number. That's not a whole number.
It could be. Hold on. You know what? I'm pulling it out now.
Oh my goodness. I'm teasing.
That's fine. You can do that.
You said 22?
Yeah. 198 divided by 9. 22, sir. On the nose. Thank you.
I showed my math skills
and
in
he
person.
Failed, folks.
Caleb Miller, please come do my math for me.
You want Caleb to do your taxes too? If he knows math, Anyway, that's a bad joke. But anyway, those stats kind of jumped off the page. Now
I like that.
It's time for the meat. It's time for the meat and potatoes. It is the game of the week for tonight in Walsh. At Walsh.
There's a lot going on up there tonight.
Yeah, it is. We'll get into all of it. So 1-2 Ignatius at 3-0 Walsh Jesuit. Matt, tell me about your interview with Coach Alexander. What did you like? How was it getting to talk to Coach?
Coach Alex, the one thing about him is he's right. He's straight from the hip.
Yeah.
I mean, he speaks it exactly how it is. you know, like we know that my son goes to Walsh, and Coach Alexander was a huge reason for that, you know, just because of what he looks and takes away from the game is bigger. You know, he wants to be around to see these kids grow into young men and fathers and, you know, husbands and etc. And I think a lot of coaches are always like that, but that's the one thing I took away is where he has his team and the ability that team is reacting to him. It's a huge pulse, and there's something a little different up there on Wyoga Lake right now. There was in years past. And I know last year they were sitting in the exact same boat where they're going to be on a collision course with another parochial school in Akron, and they both head into it potentially undefeated. That's how last year, and Walsh this is a big test for them today.
It is
to be able to take on St. Ignatius. And I don't care. St. Ignatius is 0-3, 1-2, 3-0. St. Ignatius is a prolific school.
They are a storied program.
Just alone.
Getting to talk to Coach Franzinger, he had me ready to suit up, ready to go.
Oh man, we need to get a helmet on you.
It was just how he spoke of his staff. He has two former NFL three. Thank you, Diablo. Three former NFL
Friday
players.
the 13th had struck again. That's number 2.
Ike Charlton, LaCharles Bentley, and Elvis Gerbach are on his coaching staff.
How excited were you when LaCharles Bentley? I know this is a set off of it, but
he came to Cleveland and then didn't get a chance to show his skills. But it was fun because that's the first question I hit Coach with is, what's it like having that kind of experience on your coaching staff? And obviously LaCharles is a grad from Iggy.
Yes.
Elvis Gerbach is not.
He's Villangela St. Joe.
Right, but he wanted to be there, wants to coach with Coach Franzinger. And then you had Ike Charlton being in the defensive side of things. Like, he's got talent around him on his coaching staff. And I think that's what you need. You need to build, when you have that kind of a staff, like the knowledge and everything that they're able to give him, that's phenomenal. And then they have plenty of talent. They have had a very tough schedule to start the season. They got their first win last week. They're ready to go. And Walsh is a runaway train right now. So these two teams are going to collide at 7:00 tonight in Walsh. And then to throw everything on top of it, you've got another
NFL player going to be announced.
NFL player, coach, and current consultant of the Cleveland Browns, Mike Vrabel, getting his jersey number 84 retired. He is a class of 93 graduate. And I love this right here. He is the school's distinguished alumni award winner for 2024.
Absolutely.
I'm a huge Mike Vrabel fan, so
I'm going to be running around like a little kid tonight.
I'm bummed that I cannot be there. I'm looking to you for photos and all sorts.
I'll at least get a photo. We'll see
if you can get a picture of you and Mike Vrabel together.
I don't know if Mike wants to take that jump off the cliff and really be associated with me. We'll find out. We'll make it awkward if we don't.
Let's dive into the notes here. Iggy comes into Friday night. By the way, Coach Franzinger said, I'm an outsider because I called them Iggy during our interview.
Yes.
And he's like, you're an outsider. They don't say that. So St. Ignatius comes into Friday night after picking up their first win of the season, 35-21 over Columbus, Dublin, Kaufman. St. Ignatius started the season with losses to playoff team Avon, 42-21.
Yeah.
And then they a tough loss to Mentor, 20-14. The Wildcats, led by junior quarterback Daniel Chalub, running back Grant Washington, wide receiver Luke Sims. On the defense, it's Nick Rivera, James Conrad, and Mr. Do-It-All, offense and defense, Cody Haddad. The Wildcats are looking to keep the winning going as they travel to Walsh. However, not to be outdone, folks. Walsh, again, they have started the season 3-0, victories over Ursuline, Erie McDowell from Pennsylvania, and then last week's shutout of St. V, 52-0. They are outscoring their opponents 136-56. Offense is a well-oiled machine. They are capable of scoring at will. Quarterback Keller Moten, leading the offense. Dual threat quarterback. He was first team all-district last season. He is doing the same this year. How about wide receiver Milan Paris? Milan. See, I thought it was Milan, and I'm like, that's Paris. But his name is Milan Paris.
He's heavily being recruited.
6'5", 200 pounds. He's currently fielding offers from multiple Power 5 schools. He's going to be Keller's primary target. The defense, they're coming off of that shutout. They're going to want to keep things rolling. They're ready. They're ready for the run. They're ready for the pass.
That's the big part about it, is the defense is what stepped up this year.
Yeah.
Thus far for Walsh. It's been a
man. I would love to be there tonight again. I think it would be great. I'm actually going to be out at Warren Howland for Q92 Sports.
Ooh.
I get to travel a little east and do the Carrollton Warriors and the Howland Tigers tonight, both 1 and 2.
Feeling good about it?
I'm feeling really good. I've not covered either of these two teams in like 2 years.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Warren Howland. I was looking at their stats. Both these teams are 1 and 2, so they're hungry. They want to keep winning. Carrollton has a new head coach in Storm Hill, which I'm sorry, that's probably one of the greatest names for a head coach. I will take that and run with it. Brian Jones is at Howland. And I'm looking forward to getting to talk to both of them pregame, and then whoever wins, you know me, I'll be getting the interviews and doing the things that we do.
If you can, scoot on up there to Wyoming and get with Coach Vrabel, man, since you got no problem jumping right out there.
If he can wait until like midnight,
I'll talk to him. See what I can do.
All right, Matt, it's time.
Pick it.
The fans have selected
Walsh.
All right, and it wasn't even close, I don't think, in the votes.
It was kind of close. It was like a 8 to 5%, 6%, somewhere in there. That's close.
I really want to go with Walsh tonight. I do.
But you just can't.
I'm going to go with Walsh. I'm going to go with Walsh.
Trying to talk him out of that one.
But I think this game is going to be. It's going to be the tale of two halves. I think it's going to be close in the first half. And
give me a score prediction for halftime.
I think it's going to be knotted up at 14.
And you think it's going to be opposite in the second
I
half?
think it'll be 42-14 by the time it's all said and done.
Okay. Defense shows up. All right.
That's my guess.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go with Walsh.
Okay. That's no brainer for you.
No brainer. No, if there was I'd be fair. But I really do think Walsh wins this game.
Iggy,
it's big brother, little brother. That's how it's been perceived for years. Walsh hasn't beaten them since like 1982.
Yeah,
that's a real big thing.
The last time these two teams played was 2016, and
it's been a while.
San Ignatius beat them and beat them pretty good, if I remember
and
correctly.
This could totally, but see, to the point where you're saying it, for St. Ignatius, they win tonight.
It turns
the whole season around because you're beating a quality opponent.
Right.
This is not going to derail.
If you've looked at
Walsh, just wants to come out and play good football.
If you've looked at both Walsh and San Ignatius schedules, they're taking on very, very good teams.
Ursuline,
Avon, Erie McDowell, Menor. Like, these are good programs.
Yes.
They're doing the best they can to get their kids ready to go
to the next level.
Yeah, they want to get to the playoffs, obviously, but you got to get through the regular season first. You got 10 games to get to.
And the fun part about tonight is there's just all this blood that intertwines between the two schools.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of family members that some went to St. Ignatius. Now they're attending Walsh because they're both Jesuit schools. So that's fun tonight. You're going to see probably a good mix of people out there in the parking lot before getting ready for it. And then you put that on with the whole, like we've mentioned a couple of times, Vrabel. It's going to be a fun. Weather's going to look great tonight.
Weather looks like it's going to be absolutely not raining, so that's good.
My stuff's still drying out.
I don't need the umbrella. I can leave it in the car. That's beautiful. But folks, again, tell us where you'll be at tonight. Watch for the posts on Facebook.
Jump on those.
Join the group.
Join the group. Go in.
What are you waiting for? Join the group.
It's hard. It's not hard.
It's not hard. It's
really
super easy.
Post along. Tell us where you're at. Send us videos. Send us pictures. Put them up on there. It's up to you guys.
We want to know. We kind of live vicariously through all of you.
There you go.
If you want your child as our feature athlete, look for the group. We shared the Google Doc. All you got to do is it's super easy to fill out. It's like 3 questions.
Even if it's somebody else that's on there, an athlete that's in high school, their senior year, guys, take the time, fill it out, tell us about them. It doesn't have to be it can be as much as you want, it can be as little as you want. It doesn't matter. If you want to give them a shout out and be able to give them their roses.
Exactly. Right? I think they've earned them.
Yes.
If you want to go back and watch any of the interviews that we've done this season, go back on the group page. It's there.
And we got, speaking of interviews, we got a couple coming.
We have a few interviews that will feature as soon as we are done.
Some good interviews.
Matt, really quick, let's tease it. Next week, Game 5, game of the week. We are.
Give it to me.
How about Glen Oak Golden Eagles at the Lake Blue Streaks, a little Federal League action. That is the Week 5 game of the week. I love the Federal
Can't
League.
wait to interview Coach DeGeorge.
No, well, there's Coach Garcia, Coach DeGeorge.
He got nervous.
I've talked to both of these guys in the past. I love them
if
both.
You want to talk to Coach DeGeorge?
Well, hey, it's all about schedules and what we can and can't do.
He got like all excited.
Dude, Coach DeGeorge
he thought I was claiming the coach that I wouldn't interview.
If you want to interview him, that's all.
You can be the judge.
You can do it. You can do it.
I don't think so, Tim.
He probably wants to talk to you.
It'll be
not
fun.
A lot of people want to talk to me.
I love sending out that email at the beginning of the week saying, "Hey, we can't wait to talk to you," and then they're like, "Oh, well, I'm only available from this time to this time." And we're like, "Okay, well, we'll make it work. That's what we do."
Pops in those realtor hours. I'm your guy.
And your golf guy.
We'll do it live.
You're gonna end up doing an interview from like the 9th hole.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be fun.
That'd be cool.
All right, folks. Be kind to one another. Remember that you matter. We will see you next week. Good luck to all the teams playing tonight. It is week 4 of the Ohio high school football season. It's the 3-3-0 to go high school football show. You're going to see interviews from head coach of the Jackson Polar Bears, Jay Rohr, and you're going to see 2 player interviews following that. And we'll see y'all next week. Behave, be nice, enjoy the weather. Go teams. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike Voorhees with Q92 Sports here with Jackson Polar Bear, Brennan Ertl, offensive lineman tonight. Brennan, you guys were able to run the ball from start to finish tonight. Walk me through it. What were you guys able to accomplish tonight in your win over Stowe?
I mean, it started in practice all week. This is probably our best week of practice we had. And we were just demanding up front. We were demanding that it was a ground and pound game all night and physicality. That was what led us through.
What was your mindset as soon as the rain started and it got harder and harder as the game kind of went along?
With the rain, that's my favorite type of game. Up front, we love playing in the rain. That's what gets us excited.
Brennan, we're going to bring in senior running back Christian Satterfield. Christian, this man opened holes up for you tonight. You had 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. Walk me through it. What were you seeing on the field?
I mean, to be honest, it took me a while to finally start seeing what I needed to see at the speed that I needed to see it. But, I mean, as soon as these guys started opening up holes, I took off.
Christian, you got your first rushing touchdown. Then you get the long one.
Yep.
Was it relief?
Yes. To me, it took long enough. I feel like we should have been doing that from the start.
Well, obviously, you guys get your first win tonight, 31-7 over Stowe. Gentlemen, go enjoy this win. You guys have earned it. We appreciate your efforts, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
All right, it's Mike Voorhees with Q92 Sports here with Jay Rohr, head coach of the Jackson Polar Bears. Coach, you get win number 1 tonight, 31-7 over Stowe. Walk me through this game. You guys seem to dominate from start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Stowe's a good football team. They're a well-coached team. They play hard, and they got great guys and great their skill positions, and obviously they got decent size up front. Our guys, they practice week in and week out. We played 2 good opponents, and I've said it since day one. There's no moral victories. They're just not happy with the way that we played, and they had a great week of practice, and they came out and executed at a high level as we faced the game.
Coach, you talked about it in the pregame. You wanted to get the running game going. Christian Satterfield able to get it done tonight. What about that offensive line that was able to create those running lanes for him to just do what he needed to do?
Absolutely. I think those guys are the ones, the guys in the trenches, whether it's O-line or D-line, but they certainly are the ones that go unnoticed, especially when guys are doing, running the ball and excelling. But we made that a focus point or a focal point in regards to being able to run the football. Christian did a great job finding holes, but certainly the guys up front, all 5 guys plus the tight ends blocking, again, they did an excellent job as well. So could be more proud of those guys.
Coach, when it started to rain, did you smile because you knew you guys could move the football on the ground?
Here's the thing. We preach that we're polar bears. It doesn't matter what the weather is outside. Rain, snow, sleet, or shine. Our kids believe in each other, and they're going to play hard no matter what.
Coach, talk to me about this defense. You guys pitched a shutout for pretty much the entire game.
What's that say about your guys tonight?
Even just coming into the season, we bring back a lot of guys, and certainly on the defensive side of the ball, and they take pride on defense and doing great things. They believe in each other. Our coaches on both sides of the ball do a great job putting a great game plan together. But defensively, they love to play with one another. They love to hit. They love to run to the football. They love to tackle. So again, they're our strength and strength of our team. And again, could be more proud of the way they played.
Coach, big win tonight, 31-7 over Stowe. Go enjoy it. We appreciate you. We hope we're back again, hopefully in a few weeks.
I appreciate your time. Thanks so much.